everybody, and welcome to Frankie Upcycles. I'm Frankie. This channel is all about upcycling, recycling, redoing, reusing, stuff like that. And I want to upcycle this, and I want to save it. It's a cute little jacket. I went to a little thrift store, and they have a room. They just opened up, and everything in there is $1, and so I scored big in there. And I got this cute little jacket. Cute little jacket. But there's only one thing wrong with it. Somebody spilled bleach on it, evidently. And then there's a piece on the cuff, too. But anyway, I am wanting to upcycle it and save it because I like the color. I think it's cute. So let's hop to it. Here's what I'm thinking. I got a hair in my eye. Here's what I'm thinking. I like this print right here. Hold on, I gotta go get this out of my eye. You know, when you're old, you can't see anything. You have to go get a magnifying glass to see up close. Anyway, here we go. I like this. I think this would be cute, cut out and put on the back of my jacket. And I'm planning on using this material right here because it's got some, well, how do I cut out? It's got some of this color right here in it, and I think that would sort of blend in with it. So I'm thinking this on the back, and I'm thinking maybe I can cut out this and put it on the arm to cover that up. Just printed these off, or just go to flowers. Sometimes I put in cartoon flowers, and you get a lot. So this is what I got when I punch in cartoon flowers. That right there. And I think that'd be pretty easy. It looks like just a rag flower. And I thought about putting that on the box. So I don't know. I'm going to cut them all out and see where I want to put them. So let me do that. Okay, so what I've opted to do is I don't want to cut out each petal. I've just stuck a piece of that material on the back, and I'm just going to cut out the whole thing, and then I'll find a solid piece to put in there. But I guess you already knew that. Okay, and I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to cut that off. It's that hem. I'm going to use that for the stem. Okay, so this is the flower that I'm going to put on my back. Okay, I had to give my shirt a quick press. And what I did, my iron hit these right here. And these are extra buttons. And I know what they're for. They're if you lose a button. But are they expecting you to lose one? 2 at the most. Alright, I went ahead and sewed my flower together. And now I'm going to put it on here. And then pin it and sew it down. And I got a good guideline because here's my seam all the way down. So I know if I stick to that, it's going to be in the middle of the jacket. So I'm going to get that sewed on. Okay, got her pinned down and off to the sewing machine I go. You know, I say off to the sewing machine I go, which I just literally took 2 steps. It sounded like I was going far. I'm going to sew this stem down first and then sew all the way around it. Okay, got it on, and I just went just a little bit past the edges, and I was thinking, you know, if I wash it and it frays out a little bit, it'll look good. So let me worry about what I'm going to do with this right here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I found me another piece that sort of blends in with that. I'm just going to put this on here. I'm still hoping I can get in there through the sleeve. But before I sew it on, I'm going to sew this piece on top of it, and that way all I got to do is just sew around one edge. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I got it sewed together. I'm going to put it on here. And off to the sewing machine I go with my 2 steps. Well, okay, we're cooking with Crisco here. Look at there. I didn't have to take the sleeve off, and I'm so glad of that because I didn't want to have to change a surgeon thread. Anyway, so that's done. That's done. And now I've got a spot right here. And I got to find something to cover it up because that's worrying me. Normally I cut the sleeves off, but since this is a little jacket, they do fit me okay, I'm not going to cut these off. I like it. Okay, I found a piece of material right here. It's the same as I used up here. And I'm just trying to incorporate it so it would, you know, go together. I don't want it to look like a shag rag, but I want it to look cute. That spot right here, here it is. And what I'm trying to do is cover it up. So I've just cut this sliver of material out, and I'm just fixing to sew it right along the cuff like that right there, and that'll cover up that spot right there. Of course, that's under here, so you're not going to see it that much, but it's still worrying me. All right, so I've got that little problem solved. And then I added another little piece just so it'd blend in with everything else. All right, there's a couple of little more drips. And I want to cover that up, so I think I'm just gonna I'll have to hand sew that one on because I can't get in there. I'm not taking the sleeve off, so I'm gonna hand sew that one on to cover that up. All right, so for here, we've already got the heart on the sleeve, and then we've got the flower on the back, and then we fix this cuff. But this sleeve right here, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's got a little pocket on there. I think that's cute. But I am just gonna put this little scrap piece on right here just so it'll blend in with the rest. All right, I got that sewed on the flap, and I think I'm just gonna put a little something in this section right here. That's the sleeve, but the front needs something. So I was thinking about maybe putting something like this on, maybe putting like some of this behind it so it would all just blend in. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll be done. I'm thinking I might just put it up here, but I don't know if that's gonna be looking too big or not. Okay, I trimmed it down. I think it looks a little bit better. I trimmed it way down. I'm gonna sew it on. All right, so I'm thinking I need to put something on this cuff right here, sort of make it match over there. I mean, not match, but go together. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so you know I can't leave well enough alone. I added this little bitty heart in between there, so you could actually tell it was a heart, you know, because when I had to trim it down, I lost a lot of this. So anyway, there that is. Then I just added this right here. I added a little bit of lace right here to this cuff. And I'm wanting to go ahead, not make it match, but the same theme. And I'm going to put a piece of lace on this one. So, I'm just can't leave well enough alone. I found these little tassels in my scrap pile. And I'm going to see if I can't get them under here. And maybe then, maybe then I'll quit. Well, I'm going to stop right there after I added that tassel. The belt I already had on another project I had made. It was a jumpsuit. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to wear the belt with it. I just put it on for looks. But here we go. And let me show you the back. Okay, I ain't got to the back yet. There's the side, there's the arm, there's that other little piece that had a little stain on it. Well, it wasn't stain, it was bleach. There's the back. And then there's that little pocket flap right there. I just added something to it. So I saved another one from the landfill for $1 and some scraps. Okay, so I didn't use these after all, but I will use them. I like those. I think they're cute. But, you know, I think I had enough for that right there. But let me show you what else I got before I let you go. My next project, a YouTube video, will probably be either these jeans I got. Orange Day, Sunday was, my daughter took me to the Goodwill on Sunday because she knows I love it. And then we went out to eat. But anyway, that I am not giving $8.99. I'm just not gonna do it. Orange tag was 99 cents. 99 cents. I can do that. I ain't doing that high price. Goodwill's lost their mind. And these right here, I had got at that other thrift store where I told you everything was like $1. And I got these only because they have this on there, because the zipper was broke on it, and I got it for the material, so I like these two little patches. And let me show you this. These right here I thought was adorable. I wish I had a little child, but it, you know, anyway, aren't those cute? Cute as they can be. But I'm just going to use them. I'm going to cut the pockets out and use those. And then this pair right here also had stuff on it I thought I could use. But anyway, my next project, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to put them on these jeans some kind of way. And then, in another video, I'm going to turn this into a cool apron. So, that's what I did today, the day after Mother's Day. And I had to say, this right here come out of that place I told you that woman had that room for $1. I got this in there too. So score for me. Well, okay. I appreciate you watching. Thank you to all you new viewers. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the old viewers that keeps coming back and supporting me, like Julia and Donna. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate your comments. You uplift me. You make, because a lot of times I thought about, well, why am I doing this? It's a lot of time out of my day. I mean, I do it when I got the time and stuff, but sometimes I'm thinking, I need to clean the house, but I'm doing this. But anyway, I digress as usual. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button, that like button. I appreciate it. Until next time, God bless you. God bless your family. And y'all stay safe.